Hi, I'm Nate, and today I want to show you the process for working with MyITLab. We're going to take a look at the first practice homework where it's a very low hurdle. The objective is to learn how to download the work, unzip it, work the file, upload it again, submit it for grading, and then review our work. So let's get rolling. On the calendar, we can see red clocks. Those indicate the day are late. We are going to go ahead and work with one. I'm going to click on the 20th here. It shows me Exploring, Access Chapter 1, Grader Project. This is a practice file. Exploring, that is the Office 2010 book that the Access Chapter 1 Grader Project is pulled from. So I'm going to view all content. I just want to show you. Down here I've got my different homeworks. There's the Access folder where the homework is sitting. There's the Office 2010 reading material. We want Exploring, so I'm going to click on it. In the Exploring book that comes up, I can find the Access Chapter 1, and it will provide me the information on an introduction to Access. I can open up Chapter 1, look at the different sections. One of them here is on filter sorting, so I could create filters. Goes to the section where it's talking about creating a filter and what a filter is. So I can skim through the chapter to get an idea of what the chapter contains, and then I can use this as a reference for the homework that we're going to be doing. Going back over to MyITLab, I can swing back out of the Office 2010 reading material. Practice file. That's the one I want. Access Chapter 1. On here it's going to show me a new window. We can return to course content. When we're done, we can finish and submit it for grading. I'm going to download all the files as a zip file. This allows me to have the zip, which will act as a backup. So I'm going to save that. Once it's saved, I'm going to open the folder. I'm going to right click and I'm going to extract all. It comes in with its name. I can rename this folder MyITLab practice homework and then show extracted files when complete. It's going to put it in my downloads folder and extract the files. Here are the two files. I'm going to open them both and rearrange them so that we can see them. This is the Word file with the instructions. It's a bookstore inventory. It comes in, tells us all of our steps. Up here at the top, in the header, it's telling me that it's Exploring Access Chapter 1. Again, that's referring back over to the Office 2010 Exploring series so that we know, as a reminder, where we need to look if we have questions. I realize, wait a second, if I work with this file, it doesn't indicate that it's my file. So if I close this and another person's working on this computer, it's possible that we could mix up our files. I'm actually going to close this database. This one, this is the original one that I was working with, and I want to click on it, and then I click on it again, it'll go into edit mode. I'm going to add a 4x4. I'll add a fake one for me. There's a 4x4 so that I know this one's mine. Now I'm going to double click. It'll open it up. Here is the file. The first thing says open the main author's form. In record 7 for Rachel, add a new title to the sub form. Well, there's the form. Let's open it up. Well, that's not Rachel. There's on 1 of 7 and there's 1 of 1. This 1 of 1 is the sub form for Michael. Down here it tells me that I'm in 1 of 7. I can go to the last record, which is the 7th one. Sure enough, there's Rachel. So once this is open, I'm supposed to add a new title to the subform. So that's what I'm going to do. Oh, and I add the pub date. I want you to notice the pub date is 2006. I'm going to accidentally type in 2007. Accidentally, on purpose. Once I've added that record, I'm still in the edit mode because I have the pencil there. That allows me to see that I'm currently in that record. I need to finish, keep hitting tab until it goes down to the new record, which says that record is fully added. At that point it says save and close the form. So I'm going to save with the save button, and then if I right click I can close the form. So I've just done one of the steps. Open the publisher's books and author's query. So I'm going to find the query. There's my query. And I'm going to sort the query by the pub name in alphabetical order. So click and then datasheet view. That's datasheet view. Sort the query by the pub name. I'm going to right click because that allows me to check and see what's available for that object or element. And here I can see I can sort A to Z. I have the option of saving this or closing it. Let's close it. Notice it'll ask me if I want to save the changes. I'm going to go ahead and save the changes because I want to save that. Next, come in and in the data sheet view of the query, use filter by selection to show only the books by the author. Query, I'm going to run it. That shows me in data sheet, so it looks like a sheet of data. It says filter by selection to show only the books. So selection, and it's giving me equals. Follow the stars home. Follow that does not equal the follows. Well, wait a second. They want us to do first name who's Rachel, but I'm over here and I've clicked in follow the stars. So I'm going to come out of it. I'm going to go, let's find Rachel. Selection, filter selection to show only the books by the author whose first name is Rachel. I'm going to save that. Save, close the filter. So I've closed. We've done a few of the steps. I am going to always close my database before I ever upload it. I'm in Downloads, MyITLab Practice. So I've got it, I worked on it, and if I have closed it, I can come back and open it up again. So now I can say upload. If it was open, I just come and say upload. If I've closed it, I just reopen it. Say I want to upload. I'm going to browse. I'm going to go find my file, Smith 111. Open it. Tells me which one I've submitted. I want to upload it. Please wait while you select files being uploaded. Your assignment has been successfully uploaded. You must click Finish Submit for grading. So I'm going to skim this over just a second. There's the Finish Submit for grading. Clicking on it. It says, hey, it was past due. It's not going to be counted without your instructor's approval. That's because it's late. But we can still return to course content and look at our grades on it. I'm going to click to go to grades. I'm going to go to Access Homework. I'm going to find the practice one. I'm going to view the submissions. Underneath View Submissions, it'll show me that it was submitted many different times. It's currently showing me this one. If I want to look at a previous one, I click on a previous one. There's the one that was submitted 124. I want the one that was submitted on 128 at 4:41 a.m. Here it will tell me I've got a 48%. This was my 4th attempt. I can look down and see that I got 12 of the 18 points associated with step 2. Shows that I did open the publisher's query and I did sort it. It shows that in datasheet view I did use a filter by selection and showed only the books whose first name was Rachel. I saved and closed it. And then after that it shows I lost all the points. It's because I stopped. Now let's go ahead and look. Here I have the submitted file. If I leave and I need that file and I'm on another, let's say, campus computer, I could come in, click on this file, download the file I uploaded, the last version, and I could continue to work with it. Or I can go back to the file that's still on my computer, open it up and continue to work with it. The summary report. Let's take a look and see what it does. The summary report comes up and it is telling me where I have lost points in the instructions. So in here it said I lost 6 of the points here. It says that I've lost 18, 20, and 8. So it gives me the components. Now along the side it shows the one I2, instruction 2, that's a step. There's a little blue thing. I'm going to click on it. In the cells for record, the data was not submitted as 2006. But tells me I did not type in 2006 in the cell for that data, for that record. And it also says I did not submit the right ISBN number. I mistyped that. So I would want to check what did I type in and correct it for those 2 components. I would retype, then resubmit it, and say I want it to be regraded, check to make sure I got those points. So this reemphasizes that with MyITLab, you need to be very careful in how you type. When it asks for a space, put in a space. If it asks for uppercase or lowercase, use uppercase or lowercase. When it asks for specific numbers, it wants those numbers. If you mistype, it will be counted incorrect. I'm going to close the detailed summary, and I'm going to open up the marked report. In the marked report, it tells me that there were tables and that for different components there were things graded. Green says that, hey, I did get some points, 12 points, and I lost some points, 26. Open up where there is a green check mark and a red X, and what it does is it opens up this part where I got points, and I can skim down by looking at the green checks and the red X's underneath the marked up report. I can find out what I did correctly and what I did incorrectly. I can close, and I'm back to here. Through this system, I can download the files, unzip them, rename, then work the file. Once I've worked the file, I upload it, I make sure I've submitted it. Once I've submitted it, I can come into grades. I go to the folder, in this case the access folder, because that's where the access projects are, the homeworks. And I can look at the submissions and find the latest one that I've worked on. I can look at a summary and the marked up report. I can even get that file again. I'm going to close that. I'm Nate. Make sure you refer to the videos that are on SharePoint and to the Office books which guide you through the different tasks. Hope you're having a good day.